Got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit, don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that interview. I don't care if you from the church or not. Like, be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they're not safe in a place where they thought they were safe. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, we need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem. This just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me. And you want me to apologize? You.
So I was thinking of something that you could have done to help yourself earlier, which started off with changing your name.
Okay. You got some names, like some options.
Well, one of the things I thought about was Raja. You know, because it's nobody that would ever feel sexy saying Ray.
What about taking off the J?
Did you hear what I just said?
Oh yeah, no, you did. You did.
Or are you not? Or
I was just throwing off the Raja. I was still just like, but it's growing on me.
Well, hopefully that's not the only thing growing on you.
Sure. I'm growing every day.
I know you said you were going to stick to the code and the parts, it was a safe space. He said, I thought this was a safe space, and if you air the interview in its entirety, there's going to be problems.
Yes. So a week ago, I'm in L.A., and I bring him on to record the podcast. In the middle of the podcast, he says something that I believe he says something.
Right.
That his lawyers came on the set of us shooting, saying that this is broaching something that has legal ramifications.
Okay.
I then say, in the middle, said, hey, man, this is a live to cut podcast. I don't do editing.
Right.
But this is my guy.
Right.
And I don't want him to have to pay money. I don't want to be liable. I tell you what, I'm going to edit this part, but anything else he says,
right,
we gone.
Yeah.
Go our way.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. A week later, I'm like 50 cents with Floyd Mayweather. I woke up. What did I do? The threats are, and I'm like, man, I told you I'm going to take this part out.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know where it was coming from. My next call is from my lawyer, who says to me, hey, man, my lawyer friend from L.A. called. Do you need more security? Because he's associated.
Yeah.
Like, do I need security? I'm not as big as this guy.
Not as big as Big Ray.
I'm not as big as Big Ray. But I can handle Ray J. I can handle Big Ray. But I can handle Ray J. I don't need security. But it just snowballed and avalanched out of nowhere. And what was really disconcerting for me, drum roll. Thank you. Ray J has my number.
Ray J has my number.
All right, so Jamal Bryant and Ray J had a situation. Now, recently, Jamal Bryant just released the interview. I listened to this interview he did addressing the issue he had with Ray J, or rather Ray J had with him. And he was saying that the brother got his phone number. Why didn't he call him? I can agree with Jamal Bryant on that. And you see this all the time on the internet. People quick to crash out with you. They airing out their grievances to tell society why they mad at you. When all they had to do was call your number or DM you on Instagram, Twitter, your email address, whatever. It ain't hard to reach people nowadays, especially if they're content creators. You know, those that have their links up there. People they be egotistical and they prideful. So, Jamal Bryant said in the interview that he did that why couldn't Ray J just reach out to him? He has his number. And he said that, I mean, this is what he claims. Somebody he ran into in the streets. I'm not buying it, but okay, let's go with that. And they was telling him, yo, Ray J getting at you, man. Do you need security? You good? He like, who? Man, that's Brandy's brother. You see how he tried to be funny? Because at one point, everybody used to get at Ray J for that. You just Brandy's brother, bro. That's it. It took him, I'm gonna keep it real. Ray J couldn't escape that. Like, he was like under her wing. Like, he couldn't escape. I can't think of the words, but he just can't get out of that shadow. He was in Brandy's shadow for years until that X tape he did with Kim Kardashian. In my opinion, once he did that, he was no longer just Brandy's brother. That's just my opinion. Ray J claims that somebody, shot at him right after he was airing out that he sent his lawyer to Jamal Bryant, and if they put that one clip of the interview out, I didn't see it. I didn't get to watch the whole interview, but I had somebody else watch it for me because I just didn't have the time. I just didn't, you know what I mean? One of my subscribers watched it, and they told me it was a good interview. They didn't see where they clipped it out. You know, that the clip that Ray J doesn't really want to surface. And I can see how it goes, like, as far as business, industry-wise, that, yeah, I told my subscriber, I was like, they edit that out, guaranteed. Because once you bring lawyers involved, and if what he's saying is accurate, while they were doing the interview and the lawyer stepped in and said, hey, this part of the interview, we need you to edit that out. He can't be talking about that. And if he did, let's say he did talk about it, but then he went to his lawyer, should I have said that? And the lawyer like, nah, you need to edit that out. That's going to hurt your career. Who knows what he said? He probably had him a little drink. I don't know if they was drinking on there. I don't think they was, but he probably drunk or smoked before he got there, allegedly. Who knows? And he's probably like, I mean, when I watched it, he looked like he was just normal. He was regular. Those were some nice kicks, by the way. Anyway, and then recently, Nicki Minaj, which I found it weird. I didn't make a video on it. I wanted to, but I didn't do it. She was asking him about when he's coming out the closet, and his responses was kind of like awkward. If you know you're a hetero straight man, why is it like it takes you so long to just say, I like women or I love women? This is the way he answered some of them questions. And my thing is, we living in a time where I get it. I get why people want their privacy. They don't want to have to walk around with well, you know how I get down, because you know that's taboo. You know what I mean? Even to this day, even though it's out there, people got their rights and stuff, it's still like, because of the way you was brought up, where you was raised. So, I don't know, man. But I'm not saying he's going that way. I'm not going to say he ain't. Whether he do or he don't, that's his business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you knew that you was going to be asked that question, then why even get on there then? And if you going to be 10 toes down and you solid and you don't care what nobody say, then say, yeah, that's how I get down. And what? Who got something to say about it? It's crazy because I don't even know if that's a podcast. I'm like, so what? Pastors got podcasts now? I don't know, man. This stuff is all like confusing to me. Then let me say this. Jamal Bryant, he's been making the headlines for so many years. He has a lot of questionable things. I don't know. I don't follow him. Plus, you got to understand, he's part of the fraternities. The Heavenly Father has nothing to do with none of these fraternities, y'all. Do I got to read more scriptures on this? I'm going to stay away from the scriptures on this particular topic, but bro, you can't serve two masters. If you're in a sorority, and let me tell you about these sororities and these fraternities, right? They want you to believe in a creator, right? A certain kind of creator. But here's my thing. They be stealing a lot of Bible scriptures and incorporate it into their theology and their belief systems. Like, they have their quotes, their sayings, and in between each one of those, they will have a Bible scripture, and they twist and turn these words around. Then they got y'all praying to these altars. Y'all don't know what y'all begging for, bro.
Moments later.
Now, Ray J and Jamal Bryant, is it a beef? I don't know, but it's funny how after he was going off on his rant, he got shot at. So it's like, is that linked to Jamal Bryant? I'm not saying that. I'm not here to do the police job. I don't know. People are saying it could be linked. I don't know if it's linked to him. I don't think it is. I don't know. I'm going to be 100. But I just wonder, why did Ray J jump out like that? If you know you got this man's phone number, I mean, has he been calling him and the dude been ignoring him? Or he never even made an attempt to talk to him on the phone? He was just so angry, like, man, forget that. I'm just going to go to social media. I hate that we live in a time like that. I'm not running to social media. I'm coming to you. And then if I come to you and come to you and come to you, and you keep ignoring me, and if I feel like that might be the next step, then yeah, I'm going to air it out. See, I move circumspect. I move with honor. Or I can just ignore it and move on. That's your loss. I did my part. Depending on how I feel. That's just me personally. But, shit, Ray J, he jumped out, man. He crashed out, didn't he? And he was saying that if you put that clip out, I'm going to get my lawyers and I'm going to sue you and this and that, He was going in. And it's like, I'm like, well, where all this coming from? When Jamal Bryant claims that they was on good terms, everything was all good. It was just that little misunderstanding. And he was like, he's not into editing. But if he wants that out, he would have took it out. I don't trust Jamal Bryant. I don't trust none of them dudes. Plus, they in the fraternities. I definitely don't trust them. But if y'all had a respect for one another and you really know this man, or you cool with him, because you don't really know him, but I don't know, I guess you got to go off of that. See, this is why you need contracts. Like, look, I can say anything else, but if you ask me this question, that can't be an interview. And they got to sign John Hancock, their signature or whatever. You sign yours. Both y'all got a copy. Boom. It's not an NDA, but at the end of the day, I don't want this part of the interview to be aired, or I don't want this to be in the interview. And if it's going to be an interview, you're going to have to edit this out, or we're going to send you a cease and desist. And if you don't respond to that, then we're going to sue you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you see Piers Morgan and Jay-Z, you see what they went through. Jay-Z and Beyonce it was mostly Jay-Z, sent their legal team, you know what I'm saying? And then Piers Morgan apologizing. Now he's trying to like act as if he discredited everything Jaguar Wright was saying. Do I believe there's truth to what she's saying? Of course. Do I believe that she has mental health issues too? Yeah. But if you've been through what she's probably proclaiming that she's been through, would you come out sane? Would you come out normal? You wouldn't, right? We don't know all the things that she's not giving up. But I feel like she's leaving out a whole lot. She ain't telling us. And then she's talking in these very awkward, weird riddles. And I'm like, fam, you ain't got to do all that. It's like a play she's playing on. And she's just, I don't know, man. This stuff is weird. So then that's make you question, you know, everything. My bad, I'm scratching my beard. That make you question everything she's saying. You know what I mean? I wonder, did they do this for clout? Was this all planned? What do y'all think? Let's roll the clip to Ray J now apologizing. Maybe they did this to bring in some traffic for the interview. Who knows? Check out this. Ray J now apologizing.
It's not okay. My bad, Pastor Bryant. I apologize, man. I lost it. I'm human. People go through stuff, and I was very angry because I'm scared that some of the stuff I said that I wasn't supposed to say could affect me legally and stuff like that. So I just lost it, and I shouldn't have said words like that. Pray for me. If you would have me at your church next time you are fellowshipping, I would love to come through and pray with you in person, pray with you with the whole church. I apologize to the whole Newburgh. And whenever you are preaching again, or whenever I can come through on a positive tip to just say I'm sorry personally to you and the church and the fellowship, please have me. I would love to do that as well. And again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you, my mama, my daddy. I come from the church.
All right, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy Donnie, and I'm out.